Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to VALORANT news and a number of interesting topics to dive into. Rostermania, as always, is a big discussion point, especially as we get closer to VCT 2022. But yay, and a lot of the North American pros not happy with the format. They're going to have to fight their way through this year. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting a like button is the best thing you can do. Top of this channel recently, people. Please do subscribe as well. If you have not yet already, loads of new subs coming in every single day. Really do appreciate it. So first of all, this from BBL Esports, a Turkish esports team. Pura was kind of baiting the other day that he might be flying out to North America, right, to join a team out there, because there has been a fair bit of talk about that lately, which European players might actually get to the States, because a lot of those organizations we've seen the last couple of days can't pick up the players they want to from the North American region because the buyouts are just way too high, because for whatever reason these players have crazy buyouts. So I guess that is what it is. So a lot of organizations are looking to Europe to try and get their fifth players or their fourth players into the team. We'll have a look at that with 100 Thieves here once again in just a couple of seconds. But Pura is joining at BBL Esports to round out their roster on Supermassive Blaze relatively recently. This is well, the full squad that you guys can see on screen, and some of their recent results, of course, way back in September at this point. But yes, they're building their roster for sure. Yeah, pretty big Turkish esports team, to be honest. So many organizations that come in every single day. This is also from Odorous, inactive player right now for version 1. Seems to have signed a contract somewhere, so maybe to join another organization. But yeah, pretty much everyone getting involved in this Rostermania drama at the present time. Also, this from George Geddes, as pointed out yesterday, Sonics, they're looking to make some changes as well, especially down there in the Australian region. Iron and Dizzy Life getting removed from the starting roster. This is quite the surprise, really, because Iron especially seems to be one of the players that's well, was really a stand-up performer for this roster. He even comes out and quotes this right with the eyes emoji. Seems kind of surprising to me that so many of the players tend to do this stuff. Like, there'll be kind of a rumor that comes out about them and they'll tweet about it, either maybe confirming or denying what's going on. But a tweet like this probably confirms that may well indeed be the case. But kind of a surprise, really, like his individual statistical performances here as of late in NSG, for example, have been pretty good. But it seems like he might be getting removed from the team, so hopefully a bright future ahead of him wherever these guys might end up landing next. This also from Kelox from G2, confirming yesterday. I honestly thought this was already confirmed, to be honest. But, he seems to be benched from G2. We kind of knew this for ages. Kelox and Coldamento are out of there, and bringing in some of the new guys from Giants Esports alongside Nuki, Avova, and Mixwell. But still, Kelox seems to be officially out of there now. So he, tells the world that he's been benched, looking for a new opportunity elsewhere. And of course, well, they're looking to have a much better result in VCT 2022 than they had in this year, because of course, at the last chance qualifier, things certainly did not go their way at the end of the day. This also from Xset rights are coming up later today. VALORANT roster announcements. There's been some rumors lately what these guys might be up to. But Rostermania at this point is a topic every single day. We simply cannot avoid it. Now, this also, I wanted to mention that the 100 Thieves situation, because we're pretty confident it's going to be Asuna, Ethan, Hiko, plus CALLS as the IGL, and then they need one, right? Now, of course, the Nitro player, Nitro used to be the Jet player on the team, and there's been some talk, okay, which Jet player might come in? They wanted to get cNed from Ascent, but understandably, he decided, okay, no matter what money they're going to offer me, I'm just going to stay on Ascent with my winning team. Makes a fair bit of sense. Therefore, they need a fifth, right? And it seems like they can't get a North American player just because the buyouts are so crazy. I guess they could if they really wanted to pay a huge amount of money, but that's probably not on their agenda. So more than likely, they'll try and pick up a player from the European region again. But as George Geddes points out, as of right now, it's nobody. Sorry to break it to you. So it doesn't seem like they have actually anyone in mind. At least as George Geddes knows, and some of the other reporters seem to know, doesn't seem like really 100 Thieves have any good player in mind as their fifth right now. They don't really have all that long to actually figure this stuff out. So maybe they will have to pay an extortionate amount of money for a buyout from a North American player, or they'll just get a relatively unknown player, or they could bring 7 back into the team, which is an option as well, because right now he's technically a substitute, but I'm not sure it's all gone through there with the move to T1. There was some rumors T1 wanted to bring him into the lineup, but apparently that might not have fully gone through, and therefore maybe 100 Thieves want to keep him. It's an interesting question mark as to what they do with their fifth player. But right now, no one necessarily being rumored. It seems to be a pretty difficult time for them to acquire someone for this upcoming season. But let's talk about this that came out a couple of days ago here from Yay. Isn't it kind of messed up that for the upcoming VCT, this of course the upcoming season, if you lose one open qualifier, you're out for the next 5 to 6 months in terms of Riot events, especially since there's about to be a ton of changes. Balances Chamber, the Yoru rework, the new agent of course coming in, and Sprint or whatever it's going to be called. This is a very interesting take actually, because well, we know what the upcoming season looks like. We don't know 100% what the format is fully going to be, but we do well know there's an open qualifier coming up at the end of January sometime, which is going to be very important indeed to qualify for that, to get through to challenges in the North American region and the regions in general, to then get through to the 2 Masters events that this season is going to have. So this is the entire format, as you can see. So in kind of February, March, that's when the first set of challenges are going to be going on to qualify for the Masters from the different regions, and then the same thing kind of happens again, and then the last chance qualifier, of course, before Champions in September. So this is the format they're going for. Now, we believe at the end of January, there's going to be an open qualifier, effectively, especially in the North American region at the very least. Now, we don't know fully what the format is going to be for that, but of course, these teams need to do well in this tournament. If they don't, they're not going to be at Challenges, therefore they're not going to be at Masters, and, good luck, right? You've got to wait many months to try and get another chance, and if you then fail at the Stage 2, Valorant qualifiers for Challenges, then you're just straight up out for the rest of the season, which is kind of incredible. So this is some of the replies really from Kaplan, for example, the Valorant coach for Ghost. I'm very concerned with the format in North America. Myself and others have been trying to spread awareness of the current format's issues for weeks now. I hope everyone takes the time to look into these concerns. Change becomes less likely by the day. Riot certainly has made some change in the past without, community backlash, but it seems like this time hasn't necessarily been the case quite as of yet. This also, as he says in reply, failing to make it top 12 in Open 1 means you're out till early May, and failing Open 2 means you're hard out of Riot events for the rest of 2022. 7 weeks of round-robin playoffs with 12 teams in Challenges is overly exclusionary in a region with plenty of teams and organizations invested. So very interesting take, really. There are so many orgs in North America especially, and only 12 teams, I guess, in the Challenges format to try and get through to the Masters is, maybe not enough, right, to keep this ecosystem healthy from the open side. So this seems to be the format they're going for. So, Stage 1 Masters, Stage 2 Masters, still undisclosed exactly when they're going to be, but I believe at the end of January sometime, there's an open qualifier. Now, it's kind of unclear exactly what the format's going to be for this. I'm not sure what it is. If you guys know, let me know. I think it'd be good if it was kind of like a Swiss system type format where every team kind of goes in, but and then like the top teams get through, but I'm not really sure how they're planning to do this. But anyway, however they decide to do it, pretty sure the top 12 teams from this will go through to Challenger's main event. So if you bomb out of that open qualifier and you don't do well, however that happens to be formatted, you're out for the entirety of Stage 1 and you can't make it to Challengers, you therefore can't make it to Masters. Your next chance will be at Challengers Open Qualifier 2, so 4 months later here in May, they'll do the same thing again, and if you bomb out of this one, then that's GG for you for the rest of the season, right? There's no way you're going to make it to the last Challenge qualifier and then to Champions as well. So a lot of people would say the fact that the entire season is predicated on very short open qualifiers for the entire season is probably taking things a little bit step too far, especially with the amount of the strength and depth of talent, and some of the top organizations as well could fail to make it, and therefore you don't have the season with your best teams in theory if they just have a bad weekend of this open qualifier. So big questions here really is exactly what this is going to look like, but yeah, you certainly bring it up because some concerns from the Envy side that if you fail to do particularly well at this event, then that could be you chalked for the entire season, right? Especially as he says, with all the changes coming through right in the new year, balance changes, chambers coming into the mix, that event at the end of January could be pretty random, to be honest, with teams maybe adapting, maybe not adapting as well as they might have done. Therefore, it might not be the best time to have an event like that, which obviously has so much importance for the entirety of the season. So no doubt interesting stuff. Just wanted to show this as well really quick from Seven, a pretty disgusting clip really, just because the fact of the matter is we think there's rumors at least that he might be going to T1, but some people are saying, look, if he's not going to be going there, maybe 100 Thieves just tried to stick hold of him, and maybe that's what they've kind of decided to do, just because of the concerns that they might well have of not even getting a 5th player in the current ecosystem that they find themselves in. And just to mention this actually to finish things off as well, Ziegler is deciding to leave the team, right? Ziegler to start to work on a new project. He was the game director for Valorant for, of course, quite some time, built this game into what it is today. He's going to move on to a new project, so maybe in 6 years time or something, we'll see a new project that he comes out with, but pretty interesting stuff to see, no doubt. Very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit in a like button and tell the YouTube gods this is a good video, others like you should see it as well, and help grow the competitive Valorant community. Thank you as always, take care, and I will see you next time.